Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. Thank you for joining us. I'm Steve,
And I'm Scott.
and together we're Backyard Musings, the Science and Technology channel. Going to try and get you through your Monday morning.
Yeah, and if you notice, I don't know if there's any difference on the screen, but on Saturday we had some issues with
Yeah, the portraits were reversed.
they were reversed, and I had to get involved in the technical side of it, and that's never a good thing. I do technical worse than I read, so
Scott shattered the myth about old dogs and new tricks. He shattered it.
I guess so. It all worked out. So anyway, today we're talking about our mutually favorite topic, and that is space. And yep, there it is, the Nancy Grace telescope. So anyway, Nancy Grace Roman telescope. So anyway, let's get into it.
NASA says its Nancy Grace Roman Space Telescope could launch as early as September 2026, moving the mission ahead of the agency's previous commitment to fly no later than May 2027. The Nancy Grace Roman Space Telescope, not to be confused with the legal TV personality Nancy Grace Roman telescope mission, is managed by NASA's Goddard Space Flight Center. The project also includes contributions from NASA's Jet Propulsion Lab, Caltech IPAC in Southern California, and the Space Telescope Science Institute in Baltimore, and researchers from several scientific institutions. Would you like to know more?
All right, we love the collaboration, right?
Yeah.
Okay, this is a quote here. Roman's accelerated development is a true success story of what we can achieve when public investment, institutional expertise, and private enterprise come together to take on the near impossible missions that change the world. That's according to NASA Administrator Jared Isaacman. And he said that during a news conference at NASA's Goddard Space Flight Center in Greenbelt, Maryland.
The Roman Space Telescope is built to capture enormous sections of the sky with high-resolution infrared imaging. Its combination of a wide field of view and sensitive instruments will allow astronomers to study the universe on a scale that was previously difficult to achieve.
Okay. While the mission's primary objectives include investigating dark energy, dark matter, and planets orbiting distant stars, scientists expect Roman to support research across many areas of astronomy. Its advanced capabilities could help researchers uncover unusual objects and cosmic events that have never been observed before. Ooh, sounds Star Trek-y.
Yeah, during its planned 5-year primary mission, that's Star Trek-y right there.
Yeah.
Roman is expected to gather nearly 20,000 terabytes of scientific data. Terabytes. Researchers will use that information to study approximately 100,000 exoplanets, hundreds of millions of galaxies, and billions of stars. Wow.
Okay, so I'm going to assume that a terabyte is a lot of information, right?
Yeah.
And this is 20,000 of them, so kind of like the leagues under the sea.
I think a terabyte is like in the billion order.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I think so.
All right. Scientists also hope the telescope's sweeping surveys of deep space will reveal rare and unexpected phenomena that could reshape understandings of the cosmos. Ooh.
Okay. That's propaganda. It sounds like propaganda. NASA plans to send Roman into orbit aboard a SpaceX Falcon Heavy rocket from Launch Complex 39 Alpha at Kennedy Space Center in Florida. The agency and SpaceX will announce more details about the official launch date as preparations continue. You got to take into account weather.
Okay, we will definitely look forward to that. And if we're talking about deep space, we're definitely talking about the Goldstone Tracking Station, which is out northeast of Barstow, and that's where they have many antennas that, and there are other in the world too, but that one's where my dad worked for many years.
Is that on 58 as you're going to?
No, you got to go to Fort Irwin. If you're heading to Fort Irwin,
yeah,
you just before probably about 4 or 5 miles from the main gate at Fort Irwin, you make a left and head out into the desert. And there's a series of antennas out there. Yeah, it's a pretty cool place. Spent a lot of my youth there with my dad. So it was cool. But anyway, yeah, they'll be heavily involved. I mean, I would imagine they're still tracking out there, and that's the deep state part of the deep space network for NASA. So anyway, great
All right,
story.
folks. Thanks for joining us.
Take care. We'll see you this afternoon.